Hello, Times Cryptic, let's go. Carefully study stanza and discuss. No. Plate hot starter in raffles. Happen to devour that. See tutoring, tricky to take in, with tortuous talking test. Gosh, no idea. Parched, stopped by pub, the globe. Nope. Article hoard rotated in vault is WMD, which I think stands for weapon of mass destruction. Could this end bomb? I think so, because in the middle of the clue, we've got hoard rotated, and a hoard is a mob, and rotated is a reversal indicator. And article can refer to a, the indefinite article, or an indefinite article in grammar. So let's see if this works. Article A, hoard rotated, mob reversed, in vault, in tomb, is WMD. Well, an atom bomb certainly is WMD. No inclination to listen to school board. Nope. Drink packed with fruit and cheers for the sausage. I wonder if this is chipolata. So, packed with fruit. Yeah, drink is cola. Packed with fruit, packed with hip. Hip is a type of fruit. And cheers, well, tar and cheers both mean thank you. That gives chipolata, which is a type of sausage. Instrument doctors used to probe a Von Trapp. Wow. Doctor could be GP, not very often. More likely to be MO or MB. So I think we're looking for a doctor inside one member of the Von Trapp family. Okay, not getting that. Aggressive behaviour, Proust, periodically exhibited. So periodically tells us to take every other letter. So considering Proust, that gives us either POS or RUT. And RUT is aggressive behaviour by animals. Plate, hot starter in raffles, happen to devour that. I think this is chrome. I'm not quite sure why chrome is plate. I think you can plate things with chrome. But hot is H, starter in raffles is the initial letter of raffles, and happen is come. To devour that, to devour H and R. Instrument. Doctors used to probe a Von Trapp. No. Outlaw, hit and killed by fragments. No. Trouble coming after ring, names a drug supplier. I think drug supplier is the definition, and it could be a plant. Names could be NN, because N is the abbreviation for name. And then A could be A. Ring is probably O. Well, I'm not getting that. Get the round in, that which may be carried. Comply with old Turkish governor. This is obey. To obey is to comply with. Old is O, the abbreviation. And Turkish governor is bey. French cheese stores have rich cake. Nope. Victor somehow done with right and left. See new politician. No, I thought that Y might be helpful. Well, isn't yet. Dance where the first shall be last in mock revelation. Cheeky display preceding second-hand books launch. Yeah, this is moonshot. A cheeky display is a moon, as in mooning your buttocks. Preceding second, S is the abbreviation for second. Sorry, preceding second hand, SH I think must be the abbreviation for second hand. And then books is OT for Old Testament, part of the Bible. That gives moonshot, which is a launch. Henry feeding daughter diet, that's immortal. Nope. Group from the south, races alien in green. Races could be TT for the TT races on the Isle of Man. Alien is often ET from the film. That would account for 4 letters. In green. From the south looks like a reversal indicator. Yeah, let me put in TETT because we've got from the south races, alien, ET, in green. And the whole thing is group. Yeah, this is octet because an octet is a musical group. And from the south, we've got TT for races and ET for alien in green in eco. External layer, red with comet disintegrating. I think disintegrating is an anagram indicator for comet and red. That gives ectoderm, which is the external layer of the skin. Great, quite a few crossing letters from that. Enlightened sort. A bowler perhaps restricting runs. I think this is our hat. I think an our hat is an enlightened person of some description in India or that part of the world. A is a, bowler is, or bowler perhaps is hat, because a bowler hat is a thing. Restricting runs, restricting R, the cricketing abbreviation. Quiet party ushered inside notice, seaport. Wow. So, I haven't got this, but notice is often ad for advertisement. Quiet, it could be SH or ST. Party is often DO, but I don't think Ashdod is a seaport, however it may be, especially looking at 12 down. 3-letter words in the middle of multi-word phrases are often the, which would support SH being in second and third place. But is Ashdod a seaport? Not ringing a bell. If it was, there'd be an O in third place for 20 down. Having circled both poles, track back. So both poles looks like a reference to N and S for North and South Pole. I wonder if this is sponsor. Because we've got both poles, N and S, together. Having circled both poles, track. Well, a spoor is a track, and that circles N and S. That gives sponsor, which means back. And this does support Ashdod, but this makes me feel really uneasy because it absolutely rings no bells. So I'm certainly going to revisit that, even if 12 Down's got the in the middle. Outlaw. Well, Billy the Kid was an outlaw. Hit and killed by fragments. So fragments is an anagram indicator for hit and killed by. That's 11 letters. So do we have hit and killed by? Yes, we do. Fantastic. Get the round in. That which may be carried. So round, probably a reference to the letter O. But I'm not getting the rest of that, which is a shame because it would have helped with 8 down. Dance. Where the last shall be first in mock. Revelation. Wow, so many letters in, and they look helpful letters as well. There can't be many words fitting this letter pattern. I wonder if this is apocalypse. It fits the letter pattern. So dance, calypso, where the last shall be first. So calypso, where the final O goes at the beginning. In mock, in ape, gives apocalypse, which is, I think, another word for the book of Revelation in the Bible. Not 100% sure on that. Okay, already looked at that. This looks useful, 23 across. Harry Kane rages. Shot. Unacceptable. Unexceptional. So I think this is no great shakes. So rages looks like an anagram indicator for Harry Kane. Except there's only one R in no great shakes. That may be wrong. The reason I put it in is because it fitted the letter pattern, and it means unexceptional. If something's no great shakes, it's unexceptional. I wonder if Harry is an anagram indicator for Kane rages shot. Yes, that's much more sensible. Let me just check the number of letters. 4, 5, and 4 gives 13, and we're looking for 13, and by I, that looks about right. And quite often when you have words which look like they go together, like Harry Kane, because it's a person's name, you're actually required to consider them separately because they serve a different purpose, and the setter is trying to confuse you by making you think of it in the normal sense. Now, let me have a look at the bottom left. Leaders of Greeks, Italians, and Norwegians in Geneva. This is Gin. Leaders tells us to take the initial letters of Greeks, Italians, and Norwegians. That gives gin, which is another, or Geneva is another name for gin, as in the alcoholic drink. Group round bar, back, for court proceedings. Wow. Back could be a reversal indicator, and group begins with S. So if S is reversed, 25 across would end with S, and we're looking for something which I think means court proceedings. So that could be correct. Let me have a look at 17 down. French cheese. Stores have rich cake. This is brownie. So the French cheese is brie. Stores have, stores own. That gives brownie, which is a rich cake. E, not helpful. Group. Round bar, back, for court proceedings. Oh, I wonder if this is tennis. Tennis happens on a court. Yeah, group is set. Back is a reversal indicator. Round a bar, round in. That gives tennis, which could be described as court proceedings because it's something which happens on a court. Henry, feeding daughter diet, that's immortal. Well, deathless fits the letter pattern and means immortal. Henry is surely H, the abbreviation. Feeding daughter, D, the abbreviation. Diet. This isn't looking good. Diet. That's. Well, I think that's is just a linking word. Henry feeding daughter diet. Well, yes. So Henry is H, daughter is D, and diet is eat less. So it's H inside D with eat less gives deathless, which means immortal. Fantastic. Most of the bottom is done. Trouble coming after ring names a drug supplier. I wonder if this is belladonna. So trouble is a do. Coming after ring, coming after bell. Names, NN, AA. That gives belladonna, which is a plant which you can make a drug from. Hence, it's a drug supplier. Now, surely this is enough for 3 down. Victor, somehow done with right and left. C, new. Politician. Wow, I think we may be looking for a politician's name because I'm not thinking of any regular word which fits this final 5-letter letter pattern. I was going to say there has to be a vowel in second place, but it's possible there's an L. But if this was A, E, I, O, U, nothing is coming to mind, so I need help from crossing letters. What haven't I looked at? Parched, stopped by pub, the globe. No. Wake from sleep, plan to introduce oxygen. This is rouse. To rouse is to wake from sleep. Plan is ruse. To introduce oxygen, to introduce O, the chemical symbol for oxygen. Now, do any of these crossing letters help? And this C to tutoring, what that's telling us to do is to find a synonym for tutoring and then repeat the initial letter. This is a convention. C, alternatively, tricky could just be an anagram indicator for all of those letters. So tutoring is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. To take in with could be to take in W. That would take us up to 13. And then the tortuous talking test is a tongue twister. Fantastic. So no wrong alleys gone up for very long with that clue. Now let me do my very quick typo squiz. Satisfy myself that everything that's in I want to be in. Ashdod. I do need to come back to that even though everything's been corroborated. Yeah, everything looking good. Now an extra letter and 8 down. Instrument. Well, let me put marimba in because that is an instrument, a musical instrument. Doctor is MB, medical baccalaureate or medical bachelor. Used to probe a Von Trapp. Well, the most famous Von Trapp of all is Maria Von Trapp. So that's how we get marimba. Get the round in. That which may be carried. Could this be load, and could this be a double definition? So I think a round could refer to ammunition, and if you get a round of ammunition in a weapon, you load the weapon. And of course, a load is something which may be carried. So I think that's correct. I have a slight doubt about it, but I'm going to go with this. If there is a better answer, which, although this appears to definitely be correct based on the explanation I've given, there could be an answer which is more obviously correct, in which case this wouldn't be a valid alternative. Now, 5 down. No inclination to listen to school, bored. Wow. What is this? To board could be to get on a train. So could this be N train? Well, yeah, inclination is list, as in slope. So no inclination to listen tells us to remove list from listen. That gives EN. To school is to train. And then that gives N train, which means to board a train. Fantastic. So closing in on the end. Carefully study, stanza, and discuss. Stanza really spooks me because I'm not familiar with any synonyms or short numbers of letters which stanza could be replaced by. I'm not aware of any abbreviation for stanza, although it could be ST. So, carefully study. Could that be con? Stanza. Oh, wow. Yeah. So this is converse. To carefully study is to con. Stanza must be verse, and that gives converse or converse, which means discuss. Great. V does look helpful. Victor, well, V is Victor in the NATO phonetic alphabet, somehow looks like an anagram indicator for, I wonder if this is the lady ruler of the European Parliament, von der Leyen. Wow, that's going to be brutally hard, especially if there's a vowel here. Let me leave this to last. With 8 members, the Spanish set firm up. Well, it's got to be oct, surely. The Spanish is L, set, and then firm. Firm is certainly CO, short for company. Up is a reversal indicator. Yeah, this is octuple. An octuple is something with 8 members. The Spanish is L because L is Spanish for the word the. Set is put. Firm is co for company. And up is reversal indicator. Great, nice to see this P. It certainly looks like a helpful letter. Parched. Stopped by pub. The globe. Yeah, this is sphere. Not spelt like that. So, parched is sere, S-E-R-E. Stopped by pub, including pub. Well, PH is short for public house, which is what a pub is. So PH stops or acts as a stopper inside of sere, which is parched. That gives sphere, which is a globe. And we do have a vowel. So I've got 3 down to solve. I've got 22 across to revisit. 24 minutes down. Let me just put in what I think this lady's name is. And that's all I know. That's my best guess for how it starts. So Victor is V. And that means we've got 10 more letters to account for. Somehow it looks like an anagram indicator. Certainly for done. Well, that accounts for the next 4 letters. With right and left, with R and L, the abbreviations. C, I, and then new is N, and that gives von der Leyen. Well, that wordplay was very kind, because I would have struggled to spell her name otherwise. So, 22 across. Quiet. Must be SH. I can't think of anything else for quiet which includes an H. Party. Something O. Has to be DO. Ushered inside, noticed, inside, add. Yeah, I think this has to be correct, even though in my ignorance I've never heard of it. So, every clue solved, every clue explained, no empty squares. Submit. Submit. Hope and pray. No errors. I was waiting for one to come up there, especially with the orange in Ashdod, but an orange square just indicates the last square that my cursor was on. A pink square comes up if there is an error. But wow, what a beautiful puzzle. Absolutely superb fun and really challenging. Very hard start and making slow progress and then speeding up, and some really beautiful clues. The use of Harry Kane in No Great Shakes. Von der Leyen represents the new convention whereby living people can be referred to in a crossword. And eat less for diet was also good fun. And Spoor for the sponsor clue. So just plenty to enjoy in that puzzle. And I think that was a pretty decent challenge. So I think the snitch for this is going to be in the 70s or 80s. Now, thank you very much for all of the kind words people have said about the Mephisto Solve, which I uploaded last week to celebrate 4,000 subscribers. Do check that out if you haven't already. It really is the next step up from the Times puzzle, or indeed any other regular daily puzzle in a British newspaper. And it's a bit of a pons asinorum. I think a certain number of people achieve a level of competence with, say, the Times Crossword or the Telegraph or the Guardian, but really struggle to take the next stage up to the Mephisto. But the clue types are identical. There is no new clue types introduced. You just have a wider range of vocabulary. And it's not a wider range of general knowledge, because most of the words are words in the dictionary rather than general knowledge words. But it just does, the Mephisto crossword just has a far greater number of obscure words, which is great fun if you like words. And you can solve the puzzle even if you don't know the words, because of course the cryptic clue always has 2 parts, one of which is the wordplay. So, absolutely fantastic stuff. Back to this puzzle. I hope you enjoyed watching this solve. Like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time.